Hello everyone, it's me again, Joseph Ugoli, and I will be taking you on the basic tags and how you make use of it to display anything you want to write on your browser. So this is how it actually goes in. In this aspect, I'm going to be talking about two tags to be precise, which is the heading tags and the paragraph tag. So when I'm talking of the heading tags, it comes to be in the H1 and H1 to H6. I explained we have the closable tags and the self-closing tags. So if you have the H1, we have it to be written H1, and we have it H to write to our H6, H6, and we have the slash H6. So why are we having H1 to H6? We should just know, very simple to know, that H1 here that I'm having is the biggest, heading 1, heading 1 is the biggest, while we have the H6 to be the smallest to H1. So I'll say heading 6, heading 6 is the smallest. So if I'm saying something like this, it means it is actually depreciating from H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 to H6. So H1 is the biggest, H6 is the smallest. So if you know this, you know this. So when I'm having in my text, putting it into practice, I'm going to write here my H1, and I can write a particular word written here by saying hello world. Hello world. So if I have my hello world written to be here, I can actually duplicate this on and on. Control copy, and I have Control V. Change this to 6 to 2, H2. Change this to H2. Sorry, I change it to H2. Then I have nice one, H3, and it will be H3. Then I have another one to be H4. Remember I said it's H1 to H6. I have another one to be H4. Then I have another one to be H5. And I have one more, Control V, which is the last one, and the smallest, which is the H6. So now that I'm having the H1 to H6, how can we get to see how this display? This is actually more like what we the developers say, but what can we send and display? How did the browser actually understand these particular functions that you've given it? This is the first thing we should do. We should have a particular extension on our system. What is the particular extension on this browser? We need to download the live server here to display everything that we've done. Actually, most people make use of XAMPP or WAP. That one is particularly used when you want to go into your PHP or anything you want to do. But for now, since we are still talking about the front end, you just need to make use of this particular one for the moment. So while waiting for it to speed up, I'm going to speed up this moment because this is actually going to take about 1 to 2 minutes or something. Okay, welcome back. Yeah, as you can see, I have this installed already. So if you have this, you are good to go. So I go back to, I don't need this anymore. I go back to my index.html and I go to click on my live server. So when I click on my live server, it will actually ask you to be sure of this and you click on allow access. So after allowing your access, you have it, as you can see on this screen. I have the hello one, the first one to be the biggest, and the hello one, the small one to be the what they call it, the H6 to be the smallest. That's why I said it's actually going to be differentiating from the biggest to the smallest. So look at it here. I'm having the biggest one here, which is the yellow word, and I'm having the smallest one here to be the smallest. Look at this aspect. In this aspect, I'm having document here. Why I'm having document here is because on my Visual Studio Code, I have documents to be written as my title. If I should change it now and I say something like index, and I say index page, let me just say index page, or let me say introduction to HTML. Then if I should save this and I go back to my live server, I have it to still display. So look at it, I'm having introduction to HTML here. So and the last part, I'm going to have the paragraph tag, which is here. I just say the p tag, and I say this is an example of text. Sorry, of text. So having this is just an ordinary text, and if I go to my live server, and just come back to my browser, I have it to be written. So you notice this is not in bold, but the heading is always in bold. So this is something I want you to practice and try at home to see how it actually functions at your own end. So when you see you write different kind of word, you write different kind of text, and you see how it actually functions. So this is what I'm going to have in my today's class. I hope you do more of practicing and be more curious to know more, because that's what's going to make you build more on what you're working on. So I want you to like, subscribe, and comment. If you're having any question, just drop it to the comment section and let us know, and we'll be going to relate to that. Thank you, and see you in the next class.